Okay, so we got this video here making tea. Yeah. But anyways, so you still working? I guess so. All right, first attempt using this live streaming platform thing. Let's see what we got here. Native Americans. Here we go. The Iroquois League and the Five Nations. Okay, so the Cherokee, Salagi, speak the Iroquoian language, and they had broke off from them six nation tribes, six it says here, and went down south and did their own thing. The reason for it, this is the true history stuff here, is because of this guy, which I cannot pronounce his name, but he wound up becoming the chief. Here we go. Let's see, blah 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 blah. Okay, so they wanted peace among the nations, and this warrior, Tadodea Onaga, I don't know, however you say it, this warrior, he was very vicious. Let's see, what do we got here? He had matted and spiky hair. Legend had it that he had snakes in his hair, and they were big, twisted up bodies, and he could kill an enemy from the distance just by looking at him, kind of like Medusa type thing. They believed him to be a sorcerer. He scared his own people and threatened other people's, and he performed successful raids on other people and travelers, and he lived with a woman that was said to be a witch all alone, just him and her, because he was a cannibal. He would eat people. I don't know where that's written, but I did read it. So this other chief, this Hawata's, first attempt at making peace with this guy, one of his daughters died afterwards. And then second attempt, his second daughter died. Third attempt, the third daughter died. Each time peace did not happen. And then all of his children were gone from him. And so he didn't know what to do, but he needed to make peace with this guy to stop the tribes from all fighting and warring. Okay? So here's what he wrote: that he alone stands in our path. His mind is twisted, just like his hair, and must be straightened out. Okay, so they got together with all the other tribes, and they came up with a plan, and they spoke to, here it is, the Mother of Nations, the woman in charge at the time. And she came up with the plan to heal his mind and all that stuff. And the plan that they came to was to make him head chief of the tribes altogether. And if they put him in charge of all of them, then maybe he'd quit creating war and eating the bodies and use them as food. So if they offered him this solution to be in charge of all the tribes, the chief of all, then we wouldn't be fighting with each other, right? There would be peace. And it happened. So they made it happen, okay? Now, to link this to the legends and stories told to kids, that's the thing we're going to try and do here. So, got a story. Here we go. This button. Here. Switch. Native American right there. Okay, Native American story. Let's see. What do we got? I think it's here, the first one. Yes, the origin of the game and corn. Look at that right there. Okay. There was a boy. When I was a boy, an old man told me this story. Here it goes, blah, blah. Okay. Long years ago, Hunter lived with his wife, and the father was the lucky hunter, and his wife was called Corn. All right? So, the father went into the woods. He never failed to bring home some game. And his wife would cut and prepare and wash the blood and the meat. And the little boys used to play down by the river. And one morning, they heard laughing, talking in the bushes. And there's two children. So they came out of the water and said to the boy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so every day the little boy went out to play and with the other boy, and then they would go and they would keep playing. Okay, so the boy began, let's see, the boy promised to do all that was told to him to do. Tomorrow the other boy would arm wrestle with him and all this stuff. Anyways. As soon as they had their arms around each other, the boy began to scream for his father, and the folks came running down. The wild boy saw them struggling to free himself. He cried out, "Let me go!" He threw me away. But my brother held on until his parents reached the spot and seized the wild boy and took him home. They kept the boy, even though he was wild, and it was not long until the people discovered that he had magic powers. He who grew up wild. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Go down. There we go. Come on. There you go. Alright. So they raised him. And then whenever the hunter would go into the mountains, he would always bring back fat buck or a doe, maybe a couple turkeys. The wild boy said to his brother, "I wonder where our father gets all that from. Let's follow him and find out." Okay, so they did that. The boys waited a little while, and then they saw him go into a swamp where there were many things and birds and wild animals and things. And I think they came to a cave, if I remember right. Let's see. Falling up the mountain. Oh, a large rock. Okay, so yeah, a cave in the mountain, and he would remove that rock, and out would come the doe and the whatever, and then you push the rock back, and easy picking. They had it all figured out. They farmed the land. They would clear cut. The Native Americans would clear cut the land, and they would use that as like to bait the deer and the wild animals in. I mean, they had it all figured out. They would hang out in the trees, clear cut the land. There the animals go. Easy hunting. I mean, we just made it harder on ourselves nowadays. But anyhow, back on topic. The boys went to the swamp and started up the mountain the next day, and they moved the rock, and the deer came running out, and they couldn't put the rock back, and a whole bunch more came running out. And we're just going to sum this story up. And so droves of raccoons, rabbits, pigeons, all this stuff came up. The boys knew they were going to be in trouble. What were they going to do? Oh, well, you soon find out that they went back, and one of the boys, I don't remember which one, he took his bow and arrow out and aimed it and wound up. Let's see what happened. Might be getting confused. Let's see. Whenever they would get hungry, they would send Mom to cook, but they let all the animals out, and what will Mama do for supper? And okay, the boys were very tired and hungry, and there is no meat. Oh, said Corn, but because what the boys had done, somehow the dad got sick. I don't remember what happened. But anyways, they spied on their mother, and she rubbed under her armpits, and these empty baskets all of a sudden became full with beans, and did this magic. Our mother's a witch. Oh my gosh, if we eat this, it will poison us. We must kill her. And are you going to kill me? She said. Are you a witch? When you have killed me, clear a large piece of ground in front of the house and drag my body 7 times around the circle. Drag me 7 times around, and you will have plenty of corn, boys. So the boys killed her with clubs. Oh yeah, they shot a bow and arrow and hit their dad and killed him. So they killed them both. What a horrible kid's story, right? Anyways, they dragged the body around, and lo and behold, corn sprang up. But instead of dragging her body 7 times around, they dragged it only twice, because, let's face it, they were lazy, and she was heavy. So They watched the corn grow and da 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 da. Okay, so the point of the story is they kept going on and on and on, and they ran away to other places, and they ran into, what was it? Wolves were chasing them. I think there was some cannibals or something in here that they were running from. But anyways, to link these stories, could that have been that mean wizard dude and his wife that they feared, that everybody feared, and they made this story up to tell the little kids about the wizard and the witch living together? Oh, there it is, the cannibals. See there? Cannibals. Now you must be careful. We're coming to a tribe of the roasters, the cannibals. And I wonder if they, on their way down south, the Cherokee went a little too far and ran into the Mayans even. And so they knew not to go that far south. So turn around. Don't go too far south. They'll put you in a pot and feast on you. Stuff like this. So could they be linked? I don't know. If you really want to investigate and look for it for yourself, go ahead. Just thought. I forgot how this thing ends. I think they become like constellations in the sky. Thunder Boys. At the end, they wind up being like constellations in the sky or something. I don't really recall. But I thought, maybe this myth is actually a tale of that crazy guy that they voted in as chief to make peace. So anyways, thought I would share the origin of game and corn and this chief that they made chief of all the tribes. Tedodea, I don't know. Alright. Alright, live life you get in the present. Now how do I end this? Here we go.